what I'd like to do is talk about just a little bit about what I do. I own and operate a business called Nitty-Gritty Business, and we take the nitty-gritty stuff away from people that don't want to do it. We've got a little niche market at the moment where we create newsletters for clients that actually don't want to create newsletters. So we populate the newsletter and distribute it and manage their database. But today what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick chat to you about tweaking a couple of areas within your business, just fine-tuning a number of areas so that you can get a lot more benefit or gross return at the end of the year or at the end of 90 days or at the end of 2 years, whatever that period might be. And almost 50% of small businesses say that the biggest challenge is finding new clients. Well, in most cases that's not actually the fact. What it is, it's about actually getting gross turnover. So whether you've got existing clients that you're not attacking or manipulating or selling your product to, that's one of the issues you've got. So it's not actually finding new clients in most cases, it's actually using the clients you've got to your best advantage. The other thing about small businesses is that they have product awareness. They know the product, they know the service, so they're good at what they do. But the one thing that's not necessarily good at is marketing. So they don't know how to market, they don't know how to get their information out to their client base. And they need to target that in order to increase their gross revenue. What we're going to talk about this morning is a way and a means of fine-tuning 3 areas of your business that can return you over 100% growth in your revenue over a 90-day or 12 month or whatever period you decide. It's all going to be reliant on your effort that you put into it. So we'll have a look at a couple of them. And I call this the tweak factor, because what we're going to do is tweak those 3 areas. If we tweak the areas by 9 or 10%, then you'll end up, because of the compound effect, you'll end up with a 33% increase in your gross revenue for the 12 months. If you use 12 months as an example. Then 20% will give us over 60% in growth. And if we actually learn how to do this properly by investigating the methods, then you can achieve the growth of over 100% by just fine-tuning 30%. And that is very achievable. The areas we're going to have a look, let's use an example of a financial planner. If a financial planner has 20 leads, for example, coming in the door that it talks to on a monthly basis. So he actually just communicates with people. These are not customers. These are just people that he communicates with. If he's got a conversion rate because of current experience of 20%, he'll end up with 4 clients, additional clients at the end of the month. Now if this was a startup business, for example, at the end of 12 months, he'll end up with 48 clients. The annual revenue for each of those clients is, on average, $5,000. So on that basis, his gross income for 12 months is almost $250,000, so it's $240,000. If we apply 10% tweak to each of those 3 areas, that's all we're talking about, just tweaking those 3 areas. So we're looking at the number of leads, the actual value of each client, and also the conversion rate. So if you can skill yourself up in those areas, it's very easy to achieve some real results. So with a 10% increase, there's the figures that we end up with. So he ends up talking to 2 or more individuals a month. Let's just talk to them. It's not real clients at this stage. He skilled himself up a little bit. So his conversions now are converting at an extra 10%. So he's converting at 22%. This gives him an increase in clients of 0.84. I know we take the 8.84 of a client. Maybe some of them are worth 4%, but let's just use these as figures and work with them. There's growth, there's increase in sales value for each client. And what I mean by sales value for each client is that's the overall value that the client's been through in a 12-month period. So we sold them up to something else or increased the product value or whatever. So we sold the clients by an extra $500. That suddenly has turned his revenue up to $398,000 just by tweaking the 10% back. So it's not a major increase. If that's the case, we end up with 33% business growth. So just by tweaking 10%, we end up with a phenomenal growth in the business at the end of the year. Most people will be happy with 10% growth at the end of 12 months, 33% is huge. But that's only starting with 10%. Normally I go through and review some of the figures, but we're looking at time this morning, so we go straight with 30%. So if we look at a 30% increase because you've actually spent some time, learned the skills to increase the number of leads, increase the value of your product, and increase increase your conversion skills. So once you do that, you can actually achieve something that's real. On that basis, we end up with 6 new people that he's talking to a month. Now these are only people you're communicating with. These are not paying clients at this stage. You skill yourself up in the process of converting them into paying clients. We end up with 26% of conversion back there. With that, we end up with almost 7 new clients per month. So your bottom line is that you end up with almost half or over $500,000 in gross revenue. And that is a figure of over double your gross income. By just learning some additional skills so that you get and target 3 areas of your business. We've actually got a calculator online that people can actually type in their figures. Normally I would have it up from here, but we had a little bit of a problem this morning getting it right up. So normally I would demonstrate that. But if you go to the Business Breakfast website, have a look at the Business Growth Calculator, you can type in your own figures in there and it will give you a real example of what you can achieve with very little effort. And all you need to do is skill yourself up in a couple of areas. So if we look at the 3 areas that we spoke about, we're actually talking about attracting more leads. And to attract more leads, here are a couple of ideas or a few ideas that you can actually apply. So if anybody wants these slides at the end of the day, just come and see me and they can have these. And it'll give you some direction of areas to target. These are not all you need to do, these are just some ideas that will help you in the direction you need to go. So when we look at attracting your target market, you need to specifically define your target market. So you need to know who you're selling to. Rather than trying to sell to everyone and everything, you need to specifically target the group that you're talking to. So isolate your group and target them. Be specific about it. You need to be attractive to them. So if you need to stand out from the crowd, you need to have an offer there that makes you different, that makes you attractive to sales clients so they will make contact with you. So it doesn't mean you've got to look good, but your business certainly has to look good. It's got to look professional and it's got to target what they want to buy from you. The other option you've got is you actually target your group as groups. So find out where they go. If they come to business meetings, go to business meetings. If they read magazines, advertise in the magazines. If they're in other entities, so if they go to the football, go to the football. But target the group. So you're not targeting individuals, you're targeting a major number of people rather than just one. You've got to have a USP. USP is a unique selling proposition. So what that does means that you've got to have something that again makes you stand out from the crowd. So you're unique in your industry. It doesn't matter what you do, whether it's your branding, your expertise, or you've got somebody else in your business that stands out. But profile that, make a list of it, and get that out to your target audience. So stand out from the crowd, get your unique proposition down on paper. And an irresistible offer. Basically, what it means is that the first time people see you want to encourage them to do business with you. So make them an offer that they can't refuse. Use a Godfather scenario. So but just don't put the horses here. Okay. So we'll look at that. We've got an irresistible offer on our front page. So the people come in, they get a free report, and suddenly that jumps onto our database and then we target them. That's just one way of doing business. But make an irresistible offer to your clients so you get them first time, and then you mold your client into doing business. Visibility in the marketplace, that's general advertising market. If you're not out there, you're not out there. If people don't know you, then that's your fault. You need to get your name out